Hi, everybody. I know. This is the second time I've gone live today. Well, I went live one other time in my Onward Movement Facebook group. This time I'm broadcasting it on LinkedIn and YouTube and in my Onward Movement Facebook group. And it's a different topic that I'm going to talk about. And I don't even know how many people will watch or as I'm live, you may catch it later because I know it's dinner time on the East Coast. But I wanted to share something really quickly. I'm reading this book. I was actually downtown with my son and his wife and his their child, and they wanted to get ice cream. And I always have my dog Pearl with me, so I couldn't go in the ice cream shop. So Pearl and I went into a local shop, and we were looking at books. And this book just stood out at me. Let me see when it was written. Published. For some reason, I can't see it. 1997. It was published. And if I had read it then, I don't think I would have gotten it. I think it takes time passing. But the book is called The 5 Stages of the Soul. And I wanted to read something from it that hit home for me, and maybe it hits home for you. I've had monovision, so but now that I'm 58, I have to wear glasses sometimes to read. So why don't I feel better about my life? Why does time seem to be going by so quickly? What makes me feel so restless and discontented? Why don't my love relationships give me fulfillment? The fulfillment that I thought they would. Why aren't my children turning out the way I hoped? Why don't these new hobbies and classes and my career and these attempts to be more authentic give me the satisfaction I'd expected? Why is it that nothing seems to last? What does it all mean? And it says, most of us were unprepared to deal with such stark quandaries. The worst of it all, wrote Jung, is that intelligent and cultivated people live their lives without even knowing the possibility of transformation. Wholly unprepared, they embark on the second half of life. And then the author writes, I guess he was in some group, could any of us know what we really hoped for? Did any of us know where we were going? Matters of the soul are rarely discussed in the social and medical sciences. That was interesting too. I think now on LinkedIn and on social media, you see more people talking about their feelings, more people being vulnerable. I think COVID helped bring that about. My parents certainly don't talk about how they are feeling or what they're thinking about getting older. They don't talk about stuff. And a lot of times we just don't talk about it. A lot of successful people in this group he was in talked about feelings of incompleteness, discontent, futility, and of quiet desperation. And, I think, and then they wanted to make more time. Time was running out. It was turning away. Time was running away. But time for what? More career advances? A bigger house? A better marriage? Having it all? And to be honest, that's kind of how I felt when I retired at age, I graduated. I call it graduated from working for the Navy. I had made it to the top as high as I could go within the Navy. And I wasn't feeling it. I was missing having conversations with people. I was just so busy. And I'm not blaming it on the Navy. I'm just saying that this is probably what caused me to finally wake up. I was so busy and going fast and accomplishing and moving up. And I remember once Elliot Branch asked me, I don't know if Elliot will watch this, but he asked me, Emily, why do you want this promotion? And I told him this because I wanted to make a difference. No one wants to admit that their ego was saying that. I'm sure that some of it was ego. I really did want to make a difference. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, coaching and making a difference. But there is an answer. There is an answer to all these questions. And I've found it. Annie Lieb has found it. She's my guest on the podcast this week that published yesterday or today. And it starts with the journey inward, because the answers, the feeling content, doesn't come from somebody else. It doesn't come from a job. It doesn't come from buying the next new thing. It comes from within us. We already have that ability to feel the happiness and the joy, and it's within us. Now, I've interviewed over 100, close to 150 onward podcast guests, and a lot of them have talked about this. And I think you just don't get it until you get it. And one of the things that helped me get it was after I graduated, seeing my former husband, my kid's dad, pass away. I really got it when that happened. I don't know why it takes something like that for us to get it. But life is moving really, things go by so fast. And we're looking outside of us, a lot of us, to find happiness, to find that joy, to find that content. And I know I'm not the only one who has felt like, gosh, I've got it all. I've got a nice house. I've got, I'm happy with my kids. I'm happy in my relationships. I've, for the most part, I've accomplished at work, but something's missing and I can't find it. You can find it. So if you feel like this, message me. It's what I help people do. That's why one of the main reason I became a coach is to help people with that. If you want help, I've worked with lots of coaches. A lot of them have helped me. I didn't figure this all out by myself. And some people who, grew up going to church, very religious, they might have found this already. I didn't grow up going to church, and I'm not really religious in that. I'm more spiritual. That's what resonates with me. I'm not saying it has to resonate with you, whatever resonates with you. But what I'm saying is, you can get to the point where you're in your 50s and you're feeling like, what's next? Or you're feeling like, I'm on this hamster wheel and I want to get off. I can't keep living this way. Something's missing and I don't even have time to figure out what it is. I encourage anybody who watches this, everybody, to make that time to invest in yourself, to figure out what it is. The answer is within you. I hope you find it. Talk to you guys later.